There's a couple of things I wanted to draw attention to. I saw this clip on Twitter. It's from 1977, where Johnny Doyle is sent off for hitting the referee, or for the referee getting in the way of his cross. You should be able to hear this.
To take it. Shot one out in front, a chance for advancing. McCullough out to Doyle, handball. And Doyle driving the ball in. Referee was in the way.
Could have stood there all day and tried that and not got it right again. So, and the referee sent him up.
Johnny Doyle being booked. Sent off. A sensational and tragic end to the match. Jockstein out to take it.
He got sent off for accidentally hitting the referee with the ball. It's not outrageous. That was during a match against Ayr United, 1977. The referee, Bob Cuthill, awarded a free kick for a handball against Doyle moments before that happened, just like seconds before that happened, but play continued. And then the cross hit the referee in the face, knocking him over. And when he recovered, he issued a red card to Doyle, who reacted furiously, storming off the park and down the tunnel. The dismissal was later rescinded, but Celtic lost that game. Mm-hmm. So if we're worried about a bad decision for Haksabanovic, one of his, collapses in the box, which probably was a penalty, but there were worse decisions in the history. Steve-O, do you remember that? Or are you aware of that incident?
Yeah, I do. I've heard that. That's quite a famous one. And, that sort of sums up what we put up with at that time. And things were a lot more blatant than they are today. And the technology that exists has lessened the referee's influence on these sort of things. But these guys were just blatant Rangers fans refereeing Celtic games. And if do yourself a favour and don't read any of the comments under that tweet. Because I don't know if you know the history of Johnny Doyle. Johnny Doyle was a player for Celtic in the 1970s, a kind of local hero, massive Celtic fan, a bit like Tommy Burns, really, just totally devoted to the club. And he actually died in an accident at home where he got electrocuted in his loft, trying to do some home maintenance. And some of the comments from Rangers supporters, I suppose you could call them, under that tweet are just truly horrific. And it's made me sick to my stomach. I was watching that one today. Actually, it made me sick to my stomach.
It was only 4 years after this footage, and he was 30 years old.
Still a young man. Yeah.
That kind of ridiculous situation reminds me. Did any of you guys see Ange on like this sports kind of talk show, like a more comedic in Australia? I think it was during the World Cup break last year, but they showed a clip of Ange arguing in the Japanese league where he's got a translator. Obviously, the Japanese ref is listening to the translator making the arguments that Ange is making, and he gives the translator a yellow card.
Brilliant.
Unbelievable, man. But yeah, those kind of ridiculous refereeing decisions, man. I mean, as long as they're on the pitch, it's just going to happen. But
this incident comes up every year at this time when this is the anniversary of it happening. And I remember a previous year, the same tweet was tweeted out, and in the comments under it, the referee's daughter weighed in and suggested that our father had been unfairly vilified as a dirty Hun, basically. And it was she sort of intimated that there was more to it than meets the eye. And I don't know, she was a bit cryptic about it, and she got absolutely laughed out of the place. But
like it was done on purpose or something.
Yeah, I think it was like maybe. I think she maybe said it was more to do with something Doyle said to the referee after it happened. Because when you see hits him, the ref goes down, Doyle goes over to the ref. And he kind of stands over him for a while, looking as if he's looking to see how he is. But I suppose there's always the off chance they said something to him. But I guess we'll never know.
Well, the high point of Johnny Doyle's career was scoring against Real Madrid in the 79-80 European Cup. So he achieved some great heights during his short life. On a more comedic note, I don't know if you saw this. Oh, I should have mentioned that last post was from Lil Zay, who does a lot of good stuff. Do you know what movie Lil Zay was in? The original, where he's getting that name from? City of God. Have you ever seen that, about the favelas in Brazil?
Yeah.
It's great.
There's a song that was on one of the FIFA soundtracks called that as well. Oh, it's kind of like a grime tune with some bazillion samples underneath it. Really good, but yeah, that rapper's called Lil Zay.
So from Lil Zay to AJ Celtic, who says, I was bored, so edited long hair and a beard on all of our players. Did you both see this?
No.
I did. I had a little laugh at this one.
It's good. Absolutely, it's so convincing. I mean, he did a great job. There's obviously our Lord and Savior, Brendan Rodgers.
The blessed Brendan.
Is he our Lord and Savior, or is he being roundly crucified as we speak? It's hard to tell. But there's Joe Hart.
He's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy.
Joe Hart.
Hart's pretty good.
Alistair Johnson. That's mad looking. Look at Alistair Johnson. He looks very different.
Yeah. It's like a 70s roadie or something.
CCV looking like Hagrid.
Yes.
Larger, as he's becoming known, looking like I don't know what.
Looking older than 11.
Looks a bit like Giorgio Samaras, doesn't he?
Greg Taylor looks pretty good. That's a good look for Taylor.
He looks a bit like Paolo Nutini.
Cal Mack looks like he's dumpster diving.
Yeah, he had a rough year here. That was stuff.
Nothing can stop Matt O'Reilly looking gorgeous, even the scruffiness.
He's rugged. He's rugged.
And then we have Hatate, Dyson Maida, Hugo. There's no way Hugo can muster a beard like that. I wouldn't have thought.
No. Strictly peach fuzz.
Abada looking like a South American footballer from the late 70s.
Yeah.
And then looking like a cult leader. Got some sarin gas in his back pocket.
That's another guy I suspect cannot grow any facial hair. Like,
that's deeply disturbing.
I mean, that's wild to look at. Yeah.
There's Turnbull. Turnbull doesn't look too good.
Yeah, strung out under a highway underpass in a tent.
Welchie. Bernabé. Actually, Jamesy looks pretty good there, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think that's an actual picture, isn't it? I don't think that's been doctored.
Yeah, no, that's legit. Yeah, that hasn't been doctored at all. Hacksaw, that looks natural, right? I mean, basically.
So kudos to AJ Celtic for putting all that effort in. Jeez, do you imagine how long that took?
That's a lot of time being bored. A lot of free time going on there. Yeah.
So credit to AJ Celtic for that.